Alright, so what are the standings for this? I actually haven't looked that up. So nasmith played 2 matches and won 5 games, and wharf won 6 games in his 2 matches. So this has quite a lot of implications for possible demotion from the looks of it. Alright, so first kingdom, well, we have Bridge and Bridge Troll with Mastermind as your main village. And Canal, so a lot of cost reduction actually. Surely we're trying to mega turn in some fashion. The biggest question early for me is if you open Monastery. I don't think you do. I think you open Silver because the 5s are that important. And then it's either Patron or Research. The coffers are, the villagers are quite nice. You can then pick up an early patrol that you might not otherwise be able to pick up, but you do have to get trashing. So if you do Patron over Research, you have to plan on getting a Monastery, which you can make work quite well with patrol then. So I think I'm favoring the Patron over the Research, also because hitting 5 is that important, and if you don't see the Research turn 3, you're not very likely to hit 5 at all. Alright, so he does agree with the Silver. Let's see if we get a Research or a Patron here. Bridge would surprise me a lot, but I guess it makes some sense because you can buy something and Monastery, but that something is then probably at most a 4 cost unless you collide Bridge with Silver. Well, I guess if you collide Bridge at 4 coppers, it would also be enough, but yeah, it's pretty unlikely. Alright, so it does go with the Research. Let's see if nasmith agrees. Still feel like I would rather do the Patron, but there is some synergy between Patrol and Patron reveal-wise, but yeah, it doesn't seem like a big deal here. And then your first 5, if you don't open Patron, is not clear to me. Mastermind is gonna have issues finding a target. I mean, you could get a secret passage early to set that up if you hit 5-4 on turn 3 and 4, but it's not amazing. Okay, he does agree with the Patrons. I expect a patrol here. Oh, he does Tormentor. Yeah, okay. Imps are really good with Mastermind, so I assume we could just see a Mastermind here. It's a bit early, right, with only 2 actions. So I'd probably patrol first, but then you're pretty over terminal for now. Actually, you have 2 cards on top. I think it's not that unlikely that Mastermind hits here. I'm tempted to just buy Mastermind already. Could see Patrol or Patrol though. Don't think anything else makes a lot of sense. I mean, you could courtier your Tormentor, but you don't want gold anyway. Well, I guess with Research you would, but yeah, not particularly. Especially not in his deck. And then wharf is gonna hit 5 here. Yeah, he will hit 5 because he had the turn 3 Research. Picked up the Monastery. I assume he's gonna pick up a Bridge Troll then. Could be Torment as well for him though. Does work sort of nicely with Monastery as well. This is tough for me, what 5 to buy for an nasmith. I think all 3 options are reasonable. Oh, he goes with Bridge. I don't really see that. I mean, obviously Bridge plays nicely with Mastermind, but that seems too far in the future to me. I would rather have gotten a Bridge Troll as well there. This is a pretty sad hand for him. Alright, so Warford did get the Tormentor. This is probably just Canal, right? Yeah, okay. So nasmith gets Mastermind Patrol here. Can he even do that? He cannot. This is 7 and 8. Mastermind secret passage, mastermind research, okay. I guess just another mastermind at this point. I don't think we're buying patrols at this point anymore, just masterminds from here on out. And 1 patrol or 2 patrols at most. But he does have the aims, so I don't think he needs that. Oh, very friendly. Yeah, I think we just do mastermind again. Could be patrol. Oh, he only has 1 imp for these 2. But I guess not. Right, it's only 1. Alright, so let's get the patrol here. That makes sense. Alright. So this research does not trigger the shuffle for nasmith, which I guess is good, because then the bridge doesn't miss. I mean, it's not terribly relevant, but... Oh wait, no, it does trigger it for nasmith. The canal is on wharf, my bad. So this mastermind is... Well, at least it's hitting him, worst case, right? So this is gonna be pretty good for him. He's gonna find his patrol. Should get to his bridge even again. Yeah, this looks very nice for him. Probably a game-winning turn. Assume you just buy something like Mastermind Bridge again. Could be another patrol. Do think you want another buy now though, and at this point it's definitely Bridge over Bridge Troll. So definitely Bridge for me. And I need a Mastermind or patrol. Seems pretty close to me. He's gonna have issues drawing next turn, but he's also gonna have some issues terminal space wise. If he does the patrol, he's never gonna be able to play all of his terminals, I think. Well, I guess he could if he masterminds imp or patron again. Okay, he does do the mastermind. I do agree that that's slightly better. Trashes copper over state. Not sure I agree with that. I mean, you can argue it's better for research. Not even sure that's true, but probably is. I mean, the research does miss a shuffle then, but yeah, it's probably better. It's also better for patrol. Yeah, okay. It's also better for patrol. At that point, you might even argue that you trash copper over curse. Yeah, probably not. Alright, so Warfrat does get sort of an okay turn here. Well, I mean, the estate also has to research for the curse is really just a patrol. I'm not sure why he played the secret passage on the second play. Did he not already have a bridge? Oh, he did not. Okay. But he could have... No, he actually didn't have anything else to play. Yeah, I see. I was thinking you probably want to set up something to mastermind next turn with your secret passage, but I don't think he was able to. If he also wanted to play out of his terminals, which, well, I guess he's gonna trash the Tormentor now. That's perfectly reasonable. Definitely also needs another bridge, I would guess. Not sure he can afford to buy draw, as weird as it sounds. He's definitely gonna have to do bridge, and I'm not sure if he can do patrol here. I feel like he has to do mastermind. Well, yeah, I think he just has to hope that he finds most of his things next turn, and if he buys a draw card, his best turn isn't good enough, because he's pretty far behind. Yeah, I do agree with that. Mastermind has better chances of winning. Alright, so Naismith should see all of his deck here, I would guess. So this ordering shouldn't matter at all. He's gonna get played 2 more times, right? Ha, he can't get 2 coffers out of the patrol. Estate downside. Should have trashed the copper. I should have trashed the estate over copper. Alright, so he cannot play all of his terminals, which I guess means that a bridge goes unplayed. Oof. Either really hurts a lot, right? Having either unplayed. It does seem that way to me as well. I think you can even justify... Nah, you can't really justify canal here. I mean, bridge also lets you trash more, but... like, his deck isn't that great, or that consistent, rather. He still needs one of his 2 draw cards in his opening hand. And he can't afford to buy another draw card, really. So getting the extra trash in from bridge is definitely not irrelevant. I might even consider a courtier as a non-terminal buy gainer. As a buy this turn. Yeah, I definitely think... actually. Do we play Mastermind or Bridge here? I'm a bit worried he's gonna dot if I'm him. And I don't want to buy another patrol. I'm out of villager. This is a bit scary. Well, I guess out of villager doesn't really matter with 2 Masterminds in play. So I guess the question is, do you buy more Masterminds or do you just think that you win next turn? You would have to think that he just wins next turn, I would guess. Oh, he doesn't seem to think that he just wins next turn. Interesting. So you could just play 6 bridges here, I guess. Well, he doesn't really have much of a choice. Alright, so what can Ralph Red do? Surely he has to play for some sort of dot. Yeah, he didn't really find all of his... Well, he does have a Mastermind triple. He's gonna get a guaranteed play on a bridge. I don't know what else is down. Is there even a draw card down there? I don't think there is, right? Does he have an imp? He does have an imp. He does have an imp, right? Okay, so he can Mastermind the imp. Can he play that bridge? Really? Seems to me like you just have to do courtiers. Because I don't see how you're playing these bridges. Sure, you have a triple Mastermind, but you don't really want to use a Mastermind on something that gives an action. At that point, you're not better off than just doing it on a bridge in terms of how many bridge plays or how many buys you're getting as well. Patrol. Whoa, I really dislike those buys. Those are like only okay if you get 2 more turns, and I don't think that makes sense to think of it in that way. Yeah, the bridge. I don't know. Can you play the bridge? I also don't think you can really play the bridge. Do you have that much terminal space? But yeah, I definitely agree that patrol doesn't make much of any sense. So as an nasmith, I'm just playing Mastermind because my opponent didn't go for a win, so I'm under no pressure whatsoever. So I can just play this Mastermind and set up a win next turn. Which I think is the main problem of Wolfred's line, is it doesn't apply any pressure whatsoever. I mean, can he really get 7 bridges down? He has 3 Masterminds, so you imp bridge, and then if you draw 2 bridges, you can... yeah, I mean, he definitely can win, but... why does imp have to find patrol? I guess he's gonna draw a 6. Yeah, I think I misjudged this. How many cards does he even have in his deck? He really only has to find 2 bridges or the patrol with 6 draws from the imp. Pretty likely, isn't it? And it doesn't really change what you do as a nasmith here. I mean, I guess he could have done the 6 bridge plays, but that would have only done 3 provinces or something. That wouldn't have done much. Well, I guess he could have done 4 provinces, but also that wouldn't have done much. Oh yeah, okay, I guess I really misjudged this. Alright, that was pretty good then. I guess I misread his deck pretty grossly. Guess the patrol did a lot there. And yeah, there's nothing a nasmith could have done there, right? No way. If he gets 4 provinces, well, how many could he have gotten? He could have gotten 6, 7. He could have gotten 4 provinces and 3 duchies on his turn on nasmith. Would I have defended realistically? No, right? That's not enough, because he just gets 4, yeah. Okay. Alright. Do we want potion? Probably. I mean, it's the only real village. And you kind of want the village, don't you? I mean, it's not crucial, but it seems pretty decent at least. What do you do if you don't open potion, you open jack? Wishing well. Wishing well sacrifice. Wishing well militia. None of these seem great. I guess militia. No, militia doesn't do much at all. It doesn't do anything against the potion open, really. It does jack. I guess he's going to see a silver skipping uni. Well, what are you gonna university other than Sears? I guess mostly just sanctuaries. Just fine. It's not amazing, but still seems like it's worth it to me. Yeah, I think you do uni here. At least I would. Not very good with the card, though, to be honest. One of my worst cards. So I'm not very confident in me getting potion here. Sears, silvers with jack definitely seems competitive, if nothing else. Well, what are you leaning towards, Wandering Wonder? Towards potion or towards no potion? If you say it's relatively close. Okay, I do think uni. I would guess you open it if you get it at all. Like, if you do jag, I think you've sort of given up on the potion idea. Oh, well, okay. I guess what else are you getting on a 4 here? Not hitting 5 is pretty sad. I don't think you get a 4 here. I think it's just wishing well. Well, I guess you could justify sacrifice. Or another lighthouse. I mean, worst case you can horse it, of course. Okay, it just gets the lighthouse. You have to keep this, I assume. Well, if you don't keep it, jack misses, is that a problem? You could draw your sanctuary dead. It's actually pretty close, because if you don't draw your sanctuary, triggering is pretty okay. But yeah, I also think you don't trigger it, but I think it's relatively close at least. Okay, pretty nice to see a state here. This is just... We didn't get a potion, right? So this isn't double wishing well. I guess it's just seer. Oh, he still gets the push. What is down there? There's a. I guess there wasn't much down there. So horsing the lighthouse wouldn't have done terribly much. Okay. I mean, sure, cycling is always fine there. The lighthouse isn't really doing much for you. The coin that is. And obviously there's no militia. Do you play this jack? You would discard the wishing well. Yeah, it does cycle more than playing the wishing well does next turn. I mean, cycles 3 cards. And there's only one good card down there. Yeah, you also horse this lighthouse, I assume. You really want to get to your sanctuaries and uni. I think I just wish for the most likely here. Well, I guess there isn't one that's the most likely, is there? There's only one copper in there. So you might as well wish your wishing well, yeah. Try and find your potion, or mostly a sanctuary. So I think this is sanctuary wish. Okay. Doesn't find him, but he does wish for the sanctuary, which I think is correct. See you here, I would guess. Not seeing an alternative, really. I mean, I guess you're just gonna get another one next turn anyway, so you can do 1-1, right? Oh no, he does have more draw cards in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, then I definitely like the Seer better because you want to get around 2 of these cards again. But yeah, I mean, you can just gain a pre-shuffle here, which surely you do. Still think you gain another Seer here though, over another Sanctuary, but. He might do Sanctuary now, it's perfectly reasonable. Okay, he does. Well, we're definitely wishing for copper now. Looks like it was the third. Yeah, wishing for copper. So there's 2 coppers in there. A Seer in there, a Sanctuary in there. We'll probably wish for something that does something this turn. Okay. Wishes for the most likely instead. I mean, I'm never sure if you wish for the, like, if you find a Seer this turn, you would trigger the shuffle, so you actually increase the number of plays you get out of your good cards, but of course it's less likely than copper. So it's pretty close to me if you wish for Seer or copper there. I'm not really sure why he wished for Sanctuary. It feels like just worse than wishing for Seer to me, but. Oh, he wished for copper. Right, he wished for copper and revealed Sanctuary. Sorry. Did he just miss a guaranteed wish? Oof. So uni now, then Jack, I would guess. Don't see the point of playing well first. Yeah, this is just better. Oh, there are a bunch of coppers and they're still on there. Oh, not a bunch. 1 now. What else is in there? Presumably some silvers from Jack. I'm actually not sure. There's a sanctuary in there. There's a potion in there. There's probably more seers in there. It doesn't make a ton of sense to wish for seer here though. Okay, uni. I guess now you wish for seer. Oh, he's considering returning it. No, I don't think you return. Why is he wishing for silver there? Like, it's so big if you find the seer. I don't know. That doesn't seem correct to me to wish for silver there. Okay, I guess he did have 3 more and only 1 seer. Yeah, fine. I thought he had more seers, but Warford has a lot more unis, so makes sense. Alright. What does he have in there? Copper. So Jack now, I would guess. Yeah. Sack copper seems like it will work well here. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sack acid, sacrificing copper. Why would that be good? Yeah, I think that's just a well buy. None of the 5s are good for you. Okay, by sacrifice. Okay. I mean, I could see a hunting grounds. Yeah, I was about to say, because you can sacrifice it and you can sanctuary the estates and you get the battlefield points. I might set up the hunting grounds. Okay. And you wouldn't mind just trashing a copper to shuffle and then getting the hunting grounds. Because I assume that's what he's gonna buy next turn at least. I think it's also time for an nasmith to do so. You don't need another uni surely, so this could just be sacrifice hunting crowns, could be sanctuary hunting crowns. Oh, it doesn't draw or give you an action though. Or buy, I guess. Yeah, uni worst case gains horses. That's actually a good comment. Didn't think of that yet. So it's gain a horse sort of. Is it time to return a uni here? I think it is. I think I would just return this uni. Okay, he does not. Oh, now he does? Like, what were you hoping for? This just seems worse than doing it first, but okay. Like, now you gave up a search space on your seer, so I don't know. That seemed pretty clearly worse to do in this order. Also, I'm not sure I want to give up that many unis. Do you mid-turn gain a militia here? Who else is militia and nasmith, right? Yeah, he does. So I could see getting a militia here because it's gonna go into the shuffle. You have to assume the discard. I guess my Jack thing isn't that big of a thing anymore. Okay, you're out against the sanctuary. I guess if he wants to play the sacrifice, he can't get a militia. Alright, so if he gains 2 hunting grounds here, he does threaten a battlefield point, which at least forces an nasmith to contest It doesn't really threaten a win though, because now he only has one uni, so padding is pretty hard. Trashes copper. Yeah, okay. Hunting runs uni, I guess then. Seer first, yeah, I assume. Doesn't gain something into the shuffle. I'm sure I agree with that. Feels like you wanted to gain a sacrifice into the shuffle to sacrifice your hunting grounds. Bit surprised by that. Alright, so you can eat a uni jack now to toss this copper on top. You can consider not even playing your hunting cards at all, though I really feel like you should sacrifice it this turn. So it seems like you do uni for... I guess still sacrifice. I don't get drawing the copper now. Is he just not playing the jack then? Like, I wanted to use the jack to toss that copper. I guess at this point you're gonna have to play this hunting cards. Yeah, that certainly didn't go very nicely for him. Yeah, you can drag, right, you can wave the horse your drag. You probably should. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the way. I'll start with horsing your drag, surely, in that case. There's no reason to uni now. Because horse isn't terminal. He does it on uni instead of jag, which surprises me. Not really seeing why there. So the switching well draws back, but there's still no sacrifice in there. Even another draw card. There's a well, I guess, in there. Is that a well? Does he have all the wells? It's another seer, really? Did they split the seers? Yeah, no, they did not. Yeah, I warfare a lot in my uni, so I would have been very surprised if he as player 1 did not win that seer. Split. Quotation marks. So you can gain a sacrifice, and then not much more really. I mean, you can trash one of the states with drag, but still feels like you have to almost though. I don't want to give all the battlefield points over. Okay, he's trashing the hunting grounds with drag, I guess. It's fine. I mean, it's pretty close between those two lines because now you have the sanctuary instead of the sacrifice, which it's roughly equal good, I guess. Well, you also exile an estate instead of trashing an estate, which I guess is better. So this line is probably better. Alright, so how many battlefield points are you taking here? Could just take all of them, honestly. Province, double estate, uni is not crazy. Which looks like he does. He does not really threaten the win with it, but he's gonna have issues drawing deck next turn. Well, if you sack the estate, it costs an action, right? So you wouldn't be able to militia at least. Because Sanctuary is non-terminal. I mean, it's not a big problem if you don't draw deck now. But it does seem to value draw highly enough here to get a way of the horse. Yeah, it's, it's actually exactly right, isn't it? Because you're never playing this lighthouse normally. And 2 or 3 because doesn't matter here, of course. Yeah, it's a strictly better right, but it's basically right. It's always going to be a right. So what do you do here? You horse your jack, I would guess. Plays the jack normally, apparently. Why is it not strictly? Because it lowers the pile a lot. That seems super inconsequential, but sure, I guess, technically. Yeah, it surely is. So what do you uni here? You don't really want to gain a sanctuary, I would guess, or just wishing well. Militia. Okay. I'm not sure, like, trashing hunting grounds like that. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but you have a sacrifice in there. Oh, you also have second hunting grounds. There's no way he could have angled for a win there, right? No, it seems impossible. With only 2 unis. Do you even exile a potion? I would guess you do. He doesn't. Okay. I guess you can do it now. Well, you want to exile your duchy. You want to trash your hunting grounds as sacrifice. But that's just not happening, I guess, unless you're willing to way of the horse some of this, which I don't think you are. And I also don't think you have to do it this turn. It's fine to just play this hunting grounds, I would argue. Hasn't he already trashed one? I don't think he has a third. He already jacked one of them, right? He already said, yeah. I'm actually not sure myself who won the first game. I thought it was Warfred though, right? Yeah, it was Warfred. He won on that bridge pylon. Alright, so he did just play the hunting grounds. So what are your... Well, I guess you're just gonna play Lighthouse Militia here. Exiling Potion. Yeah. Why does he not play Exile this Potion? Yeah, you might not play the Lighthouse, but your opponent just got a Militia. The attack does hurt. So, I just play it. But yeah, I guess you can argue you shouldn't. Still think you should though. I'm not sure that uni does a lot for you. It does give you some pile pressure, but it feels like you're all just gonna be too far behind on points again to realistically get to that. We're just gonna sanctuary those estates, I assume, right? Yeah. That's pretty nice here. I could see playing Uni first to find a seer to then wishing well on the seer, but because it looks like this hand is gonna have to do that. You could just do it on a militia and regain it with Uni. Also, militia isn't even good this turn, so no, he doesn't have it. Correct. Yeah. Warfare has 3. 2, sorry, 2. They each trashed 1 and Warfare has 2 in the deck. I feel like you just way off the horse this militia, because it feels like this hand is going to have to, because there's only 1 more seer in there, and the militia isn't great this turn, so I would just way off the horse it now, so I can, if I find my seer, I can wishing well on the seer, or have a better wishing well by having more information about what's left of my deck. Well, better information, I guess. Not really more information. And nasmith has these 2 unis, I'm pretty sure. He's not winning this turn, like, that's not happening. I'm not sure why he's so reluctant to give up on this militia. Does he value the 2 coins that highly? Also, yet again, not adding something to the shuffle. I mean, it pretty much feels like you should always add a wishing well to the shuffle there, but okay. Or Sanctuary. Well, not really Sanctuary, because you're gonna play the Seer, but if you had done the wishing well, then he would have been able to gain and play here, most likely. Well, I guess guaranteed, actually. Because even if Seer doesn't draw it, it's still gonna draw by itself. I don't think you're giving up. Like, I don't think you're doing horse stuff at this point anymore. Doesn't feel great. I think you just gain like 2 wishing wells. Or, well, I guess Sanctuary, wishing well, and then you're gonna buy Hunting Crowns this turn. What do you have? Yeah, you can do wishing well, sacrifice Hunting Crowns Province here as your 4 gains. I'm not really sold on the idea of buying another uni. I mean, you could double, but that adds a second militia to your deck and gives up on a uni, which at least is a horse next turn, and doesn't gain a wishing well right now. Yeah, I don't like that. Also, it doesn't seem like you have to double. Warfare doesn't have a threat against 26 points, does he? Especially if you don't lower Sanctuary. So, it doesn't seem like you want to double. So it's either sacrifice wishing well or double well, but no, I think it's just sacrifice wishing well. Yeah, the sec would be a lot better actually than the militia, the second militia for sure. It's a good point. Still don't think it's worth it though. Okay, does double well instead of the sacrifice. So, I guess he's saying I will draw a deck. Oh, he's not even doing any Hunting Crown stuff. Doesn't care about the pilot threat apparently. Doesn't seem correct to me. Feel like I want to go for having more threat off the pilot there. Alright, so what can Wolfred do on this turn? With 3 unis. So it's 2 hunting crowns, well, 1 hunting crowns left, sorry. So you need 21 to win? That's a lot. Or can you get enough buys for the lighthouses? I don't think that's happening. Yeah, I don't think you can win here. It's not even cheaper to do the lighthouses. Well, it's 1 coin cheaper, but it requires a lot more buys. So yeah, no win here. It can... Can't triple, right? 18, 20... Well, I guess he can triple. Can he? No, I don't think this is a triple. No, it does a triple actually, right? 19, 21, yeah, it does a triple. Is that safe? Not really. At all. Actually, not at all safe. Well, you could have triple, but like you don't want to triple, right? Because double is really easy for an nasmith. If you don't use these coins, you really should have exiled one of these silvers. So I would have like if you're just gonna do province duchy here, you really should have exiled the silver with the sanctuary. If you need to pay a lot, you get it back next turn from the jag. I mean, I guess that makes you play the jag. Okay, alright, province letters does come with the right now. Yeah, I do like province hunting crowns. No, 3 duchies I don't like at all. I'm not playing around triple. I don't think an nasmith has that much money. Yeah, province lighthouse duchy, province hunting crowns, both pretty reasonable. Not sure if the lighthouse has issues regarding opening up a pile for nasmith though. So I just do the hunting crowns because I'm afraid of the pile out, but I guess you would have to think if he can actually do that. Okay. So which of these gets horsed? The lighthouse. Sanctuary or wishing well now, or horse again. Tough. Okay. Yeah, it just returns the well. Returns the well? Yeah, I was like, why the well? That seems like the best card out of those. Especially seeing the sea, of course, but that's hindsight. Do you need a uni? Feels like padouts aren't relevant at this point anymore because it's just ending on provinces or duchies and green cards in general. Might have it on sanctuary in the states. Oh, with this hand. I mean, I guess you can try it by way of forcing your militia. He doesn't have a sacrifice, does he? Actually, the 2 gone. No, he still doesn't have a sacrifice, so you'd have to draw deck, sacrifice the hunting crowns. Possible, sure. I mean, you could just jack the hunting crowns, right? If he has a jack. He doesn't have a jack, though. Okay. Buying is... He doesn't have that many buys, right? To buy the estates. Well, he does if he can gain and plant the sanctuaries. Either way, I'm expecting militia to get horsed here. Okay, we are not doing that. Okay, just playing the sanctuaries. Yeah, looks like he's going for the sanctuary. Which, well, what's in the discard other than the silver? Not much, right? There's no way he's a buy short. He's gaining free buys from gaining playing sanctuaries. So if he gets this discard, he's certainly winning here. If he has the money for it, which is 13 required. Which, is that a money short? If there's only silver in the discard, this is short, isn't it? Yeah, this isn't winning. Am I missing something? This is 14 and he needs 13. Oh, was that another silver? Oh, there were 2 silvers. He drew a silver and put a silver in hand. Okay. Well, he knows his deck better than we do. That's a good sign. Alright, nice win there. Well done. So, Province Duchy ties against this, of course, but she also got Deutsch Lighthouse. You possibly open up a pilot there. There are also other possibilities that a nasmith could have won there, I guess. No, I guess he didn't have any silvers in exile, did he? There's no way to mid-turn gain and play a copper. Also, then you would probably have draw issues. Well, you can get a lot of draw with horses on your last turn. Alright. I do find it interesting with exiled mid-turn gainers to exile your starting cards sometimes to put them back into your deck to suddenly have an economy burst. But of course it wasn't possible here mid-turn on coppers. He wasn't player 1. So how good were the unis that game? It's really hard to say, right? I guess they were pretty good with the horse way. Still feel like you can play without, but yeah, it's probably better to play with it. Yeah, we discussed skipping uni at the start. There's a slight tendency towards it, but I definitely think you can skip it. Well, you're always getting the jack, surely. It's also just a question of what do you open if you do get the potion. Alright. This looks a bit ugly. No buy. No non-silver gains. Other than treasure trove, I guess. No way to trash these curses other than Jack, but you cannot get Jack surely, so that's fine. Well, I'm definitely a big fan of not having a 4-3. Fisherman Jack seems like a pretty nice open. A lot better than Silver Jack at least. How could it not be money-ish? This seems really clearly money to me. Oh, Wolfred did silver? Over Fisherman? What are you doing with a hunting party stack at the end of the day? There's no extra gain. For green cards anyway. How is that not money? I guess now we're in definition territory. Like, I'm getting hunting parties. Like here. Here, I'm definitely getting a hunting party. Yeah, that's pretty much what it means in my opinion. But anyway, I don't particularly care about how one defines it. So you already got the treasure trove over the hunting party. Second trove? Wow. I really want a hunting party. I'm a bit surprised that he's getting 2 troves. Well, surely this is hunting party now, right? No way we're getting a third trove. Please? Touchy. Alright, that would be fighting the worst 5 cost. No, it could not be a third trove. Touchy is really bad, yeah. Yeah, you leave that on top. Well, now we're dodging, right? I mean, at this point, I definitely don't even bother getting another hunting party. I mean, you don't even want the IGG because that's like guaranteed points. Wow, Silverjack. He's really trying to province and not do anything else. I don't think that's a good approach to a single province board to ignore anything that isn't province to that extent. I mean, it's gonna work because he has much better draws and he's player 1, presumably, but I actually don't even know that is clear. At all, even, right? Because this might very well be a tie. I assume you would have just hit. You would just province here if you had 8. Not that he does, but yeah, would definitely have province if I could. And again, I'm just provincing, yeah. Alright, so nasmith does win. Not very surprising given the pretty poor draws by Warfred, and I'm also not a huge fan of the early duchies. Not the first duchy, really. I think after the first was fine, but the first duchy was probably too early. Alright, this looks better. Workshop Temple, I'm guessing, with delay. You want to open double terminal here, I think. Yeah, seems pretty clearly Workshop Temple. No, with 5 you want to hit with silver. And you do need to trash. You can do some small argument for silver cut purse, but I really don't like it. Guess you can also argue for silver ironmonger trying to trade. None of them. I would still just do Workshop Temple. You're not a big workshop fan. Well, I'm a big fan of ironmonger here. So. Yeah, I don't care what the split. I just want some of them. You don't need them. Ooh, but if you win the 8-1, then oh man, we even have Necromance on the board. Where's the Young Witch? Oh. Guess only Kaplane is gonna understand that. Maybe Civ. Alright, so nasmith did the Workshop Temple. Worked out okay-ish from the looks of it. Alright, that's a pretty amazing trade, gotta say. That worked out really well for him. Which, I mean, is gonna happen if you collide Ironmonger and Silver. You will get a trade that's pretty good usually, right? Bandit Camp surely. Alright, so Warfred looks a pretty commanding position now. Whoa! Do we? Yeah, I guess you have to play the thing. I mean, you don't want to delay with 1 buy, so. Buys are a huge issue here. So yeah, we're just not delaying here. You toss, right? You have another one in there. Yeah, you definitely toss. This is not very nice for nasmith. That has not worked out at all. Wow. I mean, his draws have, to be fair, have been really bad too. But it definitely worked out very nicely for Warfred to get the trade to states, right? So colliding with silver. So that really looks bad, but I don't think it actually was bad. Or at least not to the extent that it looks. Council room, Ironmonger here, pretty sure. You count the Bandit Camp. He agrees. And you can resign. But I still agree with that line. given his position. Oh, he actually doesn't draw a single one even after 2 counter rocks. That's rough. I mean, he can delay one of them, but it's still losing a turn, and that's way more than he can afford at this point of the game. Just single trade, I assume. Trade Ironmonger, counter room. Could be Bandit Camp, but don't I trade here? No, don't either, but he's looking to do it. I would also rather do double Bandit Camp Council Room, but green? No, I would not green at all. Greening seems really bad to me, honestly. Especially, like, you're so far ahead in terms of deck control. I don't see why you would green here. Guessing this is Bandit Camp almost. Seems like, given his position, I would rather the Bandit Camp. Okay, well, he's drawing really nicely. That definitely also works. I don't think anything is looking good for nasmith here. This looks pretty resignable, even. Why are we not triggering? Wait, what? Aren't there like only... But are you delaying both of them? Really? I guess he is, and just doubling. Yeah. I guess. It's okay. I mean, he just thought of that, right? So this is fine. You don't have to maximize your turns, just minimize the risk of letting. Well, given an ace if didn't have a turn, I think delaying twice is perfectly reasonable. Man, an ace is so dead. I would definitely not play this order. I don't know why we're playing Bandit Camp first. This significantly decreased our search space, and there was a chance we would just want to delay our Bandit Camp. Yeah, this seemed really bad, honestly. Pretty likely that he would not have done it if he had done the correct order there. Does this do enough for an ace to come back? It probably still doesn't, right? Yeah, doesn't look that way. I guess you temple and then workshop temple. He doesn't have a village in there, does he? And he only has 4 Ironmongers, so he might actually miss a village here. Okay, still might miss a village. Well, that helps. Don't think he can triple, right? Actually, he might be able to. Okay, just lacks a draw at this point. This isn't triple. 20, 21. Oh, apparently miscounted. Oh yeah, miscounted. It's 23. Why aren't we... Do you really want to delay your temple? I mean, obviously should have templed the copper there instead of buying a state, but alright. Yeah, I would also not resign there. It's not unlikely that your opponent just misses 8. Well, so moneylender, Portugal, or moneylender, silver are the only options. Silver's pretty good here, huh? So's Portugal. Still leaning silver though. I had some reasonable resign. I just don't think I would have, because it's like your turn is over in half a second, and then you just wait if they did. Okay. Both do Beauregard. I'm not sure I agree, but it's definitely close for me. I do feel like I would rather do the silver though. Also because my wolf might throw my Beauregard dead soon and stuff. But what? No. No, I do not like that at all. Now you had a 2 out of 7 to miss your money then, you're gonna miss 5 here. Unless you bottom like an estate and draw. Wow, that seems so bad. I don't like that at all. Definitely didn't work out at all. How do you know that? How do you know it didn't make him miss 5? If it flips an estate, you will hit 5. What? I mean, I don't care if it did actually make him miss or not. Maybe he did have money in the cup on top. I don't care, but like it just seems like a bad play to me. Whether it actually made a difference in this specific seed or not, whatever. Surely wharf here. Yeah, I don't agree at all there with Lerman. Because you're very likely to miss 5. Instead of being very likely to hit 5, also you don't like it just seems very bad in all respects to me. Alright, this seems close to over. Yeah, you could have just got it twice and then ratted you Border it. Did seem better. So, Border Village buff, I guess, here. Don't think you have to get fancy with Mason or anything. No, Kennel does not look. I mean, it does play nicely with Mason, but I just want to draw my deck next turn and play Border Village as red. Gain and play some stuff. I don't like playing encampment either. Ooh, what? Coven? Man. That seems like such a bad card on this board. That planet doesn't even activate. Okay, man. Yeah, I don't like the Coven at all. I mean, it's not gonna be that horrible looking here because you're so far ahead you probably actually get to do something with it, but yeah. It doesn't seem optimal at all. Still just Border Village War for me. I mean, don't think anything significantly changed since last turn for that regard. Wait, what? Oh, he already clicked on Mason. But he did Cohen again. Even if you want another Cohen, isn't Wolf better and then you just way off the red your Cohen? Hmm. Oh, we're definitely gonna way off the red this border village, I assume. Does make us miss 6. It's a bit sad. Hmm. Well, it's the same thing here, right? You always miss 6, but I think you just do it anyway. I mean, I do like Cohen as a card in general. It just seems really bad on this board. I don't think they're early. I don't think you want any. Really. Like, Coven is such a bad payload on this board. And the plunder effect is like super insignificant. And it's way too slow. Like, what does it have going for it? Plunders that lower pile don't seem good enough. Like, even remotely good enough, even. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm really not so little. I assume you just played a wolf here. Okay. Meaning 6 is nice and all, but still prefer playing wolf there. Wow. Kind of have to play on the Infanta wolf, right? You can get another cove in here. How exciting is that? Yeah, not at all. Alright, now I can see Canal, but probably still not. Like, masoning 2 border rush seems way too good. Honestly, do you just take 2 wharfs here? Sure, there's a serious risk to the pilot, but I still feel like you just can't do wars. Okay, I guess you can do Bordeaux with nobles. No! Not Cohen! Oh man, why? Yeah, undo. Worf, please. You gave me hope, then you took it away. Don't do that. I really don't like these coins at all. Draw is good. Silvers that are action cards? Not so much. Why are we playing both border villages first? To maximize search space for what we want on border god, but we already know that. Might have wanted to way off the red one of them. Now you don't have a border village to way off the red. That seems like a pretty big deal to me. We're not masoning the copper. I mean, I'd never even consider a province here because it seems like such a resigned play. It's a mason. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Fine. I didn't think that through. Masoning is fine. You have 3 wars to play. You're gonna draw. You can do gain and play stuff on it. Yeah, it's fine. I still feel like Mason's better, but Province is fine. This is greedy. It looks greedy because now 15 wins. Well, you also have to score. This looks fairly easily winnable for nasmith. So 15 obviously wins, but this isn't getting there apparently. Nope. And Mason doesn't do much here. Could have piled on a loss, right? It would have been a tie in points, so he's a 1 VP short. Yeah, he was 1 VP short. I would have to think he wins here. Like, shortly. Well, in first 7 maybe, but if you ever hit 8, you just do Mason for border villagers always. And then even before, you're probably gonna do border village off. He can do that, that's right. 8, 10. Yeah, he still wins if he does that. Just pile of masons, right? You don't have. What? Why doesn't he just? Why can't he gain curse? Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah. Does this even win? You have to gain a curse, so you're 4 VP behind, and if you turn this into 2 states, you have to dodge it, and you need 12. And this isn't 12, this is 10. Yeah, this just doesn't win, does it? You can't pile the states. Nope, that's literally impossible. If you don't trash money lander, but trash silver, that doesn't help. It's the same amount of money. If you trash a state, that doesn't help at all, because then you need province. What does it help you get to 10, 12, and it still doesn't help, because then you would need province. You'd need 15. Yeah, there were a lot of ways this was winning, to the extent where I wasn't even looking, but I just find it's definitely not winning anymore. It isn't winning, right? No, I don't see one, at least. I don't think you need to know the win in detail before you play your first card a turn. Just think you need to know which piles you're piling and what you have to do in order to do that roughly. I don't think you have to know exactly what to do usually. Still a tie, as this says. So then you need to duchy, estate, pile walls. What is this? So this does not tie. So what line would have tied if this line does not tie? Man, I'm really blind apparently because I'm still not seeing it. I'm seeing no, it's just not seeing it at all. Well, with Canal, because 4, right? Not 6 either. Canal obviously would win here. So now you just Province, Encampment, Prey. I mean, it's all very losing. Well, I assume the nasmith just wins, right? What does he have to do? He has to pile curse with a current play, pile wars and province. It's the easiest, I would guess. Noble seems harder for sure. State seems well. That doesn't win though, right? Because 5 estates and the curse are only tying in points, so then you also need a duchy or nobles. Is that really easier? Well, you can mason the border village. You do need that Cohen play. You could run a nobles, yeah, to do the estates line. Still just taking border village here, I think. How many masons does he actually have? Does he only have the one? No, I would guess he has more than one. I don't think you want to rat wharf. No, I think Wolf doesn't really help at all, right? You would have to do it twice. I guess you do save 2 coins by doing it once, but that's worse than drawing, I would guess. I mean, he also needs to empty the walls with Mason, which he now has. This is 2, 4, 6 money. So right now he's 2 coins short. But I would guess you can draw into that. Maybe there's a line that isn't short. Seems. Well, I guess he does have the money right now to do curses, estates. He could do that, and then he has to with the red noble. So right now it's an action short, isn't it? Actually, no, it isn't. It isn't short at all. He just has it in hand, right? Yeah, this is in hand. You play Borderwitch, you play Hamlet, you Mason Wharf into 2 estates. Oh, he doesn't have the bias at that point, does he? No, he doesn't. Alright, never mind. It's... No, he does have the bias. He does have the bias. You only need 3 bias. You discard with Hamlet twice. You have 3 actions. You turn Wolf into 2 estates. You red your nobles. That loses a coin, and then you had 5 money, and you need 6. Never mind. But I mean, you get there. Just not in hand. Seems like something you want to do. But oh, he clicked don't discard for buy, I guess. You don't want to discard for buy? Nah, I guess you don't need it, but... Alright. Sure. You need to, can just buy promise. I mean, there are so many ways to win there. But I guess you can say the same for Warfred's turn. It's 3-2 for nasmith now. Okay. So XO expedition is one open. What are you doing on a sport? It's a bit awkward with nobles or ghosts as your only villages. You are interested in building pretty big though with the Sunlands. IGG's annoying, probably relevant. You can turn it into a ghost and the curse really hurts actually. I would guess IGG matters, but not in a IGG rush sense of the word. So I don't like silver opening here, so I would do Exo Expedition for both. Yeah, IGG is relevant, but it's not the IGG rush. That's what I meant. Like, I'm getting an IGG right now as Wolfred, and I'm liking it a lot. So, because it goes into their shuffle, you're very likely to collide it with your Exo, which you then turn into a ghost, and everything's... Ah! Why are we expeditioning it? I mean, it would have gone into the shuffle for an ace, but it's a really destructive curse. And you're very likely to collide your Exo with it, because you have 4 cards on top. Really would have liked the IGG there. Expedition doesn't do anything for you, does it? It doesn't really further your deck, you're just trying to play Exorcist more at that point. It's a lot worse for an ace smith here. I still feel like you do it though. Yeah. Didn't get the draw that he wanted with it, but yeah. Wow, buying away for 6. Whew. To answer your question, Siv, you gain the card first. with things where both players gain, you gain it first. So they would gain a curse after, so your Wayfarer costs 0. Same with Messenger and stuff. You always gain first. Well, if the multiple gain interaction it goes and everyone gains, it's in the order of the player order with you starting, and with stuff like IGG, you always gain a card first. Because the IGG has to be gained first for them to gain the cards, right? In that case. I mean, if you don't gain silver, you can farmland Wayfarer into province. I'm not saying you should there, I'm just saying generally. So that's something Wayfarer does here, which is okay. I don't think you want to. Do you really want 2 exos? Depends on how big you want to build, I guess. You definitely have a lot of targets you want to exo. But I'm not sure there's much merit in building that big. This could be nobles, honestly. Yeah, I think it would do nobles. Not very big on the card itself, but it's the alternative. Yeah, IGG is an alternative, I guess. Not a particularly great one. You could road network already, but it seems like it's not the right turn for that. Band of Misfits for Nomad Camp to potentially use the Ghost turn makes sense, sure. Not sure you're getting to the price point where you're buying 2 things, but I would guess with a Wayfarer Exode, if you see it, you will. And you're very likely to see it, of course. Well, yeah, okay, that doesn't work. Oof. Pretty unfortunate. Yeah, it's just pronouncing now. Still turning a state into a wisp, I would guess, overturning silver into imp. You could turn Band of Misfits into ghost, which is fine. You're not drawing both of these ghosts anyway in the same turn, so. Province seems insane to you, really. No, it seems perfectly fine to me. Nobles now. I mean, it's fine. It's totally fine. I get what he wanted to do with the band. It's not a contradiction to his game plan. It's just not that sold on building that big here. Yeah, this is just not really working at all, honestly. Yeah, the road network would have seemed good there. What do you even do here? Band of Misfits' Lighthouse and Noble's Draw, I guess. I guess good to Expedition IGG as well, but I want to find my ghost. I want to get through the shuffle. I've drawn too many of my draw cards. I want to find my ghost. He does have 2 Wayfarers in there, to be fair, and a Wisp, I think. Okay. Does it not work? Did he want to do it with Wayfarer and it doesn't work the way we thought? No, it does work that way. Okay, yeah. Would have been very surprised. I mean, you just trigger it, right? It's a bit sad, but oof, draws the other one. That's really sad, actually. What do you mean that it works with messenger? If you messenger a flag, you get the flag, then they get the flag, and then you cry. Like, definitely works that way, that you gain it first. I'm not sure what exactly you mean with messenger. Oh, that's what you meant. Well, no, it's on buy, so you gain the cards and then you gain the messenger. Yeah, that is correct. It would cost 4 the wayfarer in that case. Because it's on buy, not on gain. So if you don't gain the silver, you can turn wayfarer into a ghost here. Actually, you can always do that because you're buying first, then your 9th phase comes. As long as you don't buy a road network, yeah. Yeah, you could have gained the silver there. Probably should have, honestly. Yeah, this looks like a nice turn now. Nobles for actions, wayfarer, then nomad camp. Ah, he already took actions on the first nobles. Let's see. He's kind of still just 1 silver, honestly. Silver seemed pretty good to me. Why would you play band as Ironworks instead of Nomad Camp? Like, that doesn't really make sense. Road Network Province here, I think. Just get another ghost. Well, is there an action on top? Guess not, right? So Nobles Road Network then. We're playing the IGG, so we're doing Nobles Province? Car. It's fine. It's fine, you're not gonna play this ghost that often, but Nobles Road Network did seem a little better to me as well. Definitely want to turn the IGG into a ghost here. Probably just Road Network Expedition here seems pretty good. Yeah, seems pretty good to me. I really want that road network. Definitely don't want a province here. Yeah, pretty clearly expedition road network. Don't really like this, but it's fine, I guess. I don't get delaying road network. Well, at this point, he's probably just skipping it altogether, but. Oh, he got Imbo of a ghost? Wow. No. That's questionable. Also, trashing goal is questionable, I agree on it. Well, then, Warford wouldn't have done that play, of course, but. And that's a bad thing. You do want Warford to make that play. So, road network bad. You want to draw through this, right? I mean, at this point, you know, I guess you're just buying nobles. Okay. Guess not. Let's see if he buys Road Network. I still want it. If your ironworks for lighthouse first, your wisps draw your wayfarers. Ooh, it's exciting. Not relevant at all, but you know, cute. So normally you could have farmlanded this exorcist into a nobles, but now you really don't want to do that. Can you double province? Am I bad at counting again? Because I don't count. I count 14. Oh, you want to... Nah, that draws 3 cards. Eh. No, no, no. Really? Is that fine? He said no. I guess Warfare can't do anything, but... He doesn't even have a gold, right? Yeah. I guess he doesn't even have a gold, so the best he can do is... Best he can do is just province, right? Yeah, so this is perfectly fine. Yeah, this is fine. No, it's actually also just correct, because you want to lower the province pile to 1, because the only way Warford has any chance of winning is if he gets both provinces, right? So taking 2 provinces out of the pile just seals the game. So it's not just I want to end this game fast play, it's also the I take his only chance play. So definitely correct, I think. This is kind of cute. I guess 7 points was his maximum because he's trashing curse with Exo. Just has to draw 1 coin. Oh, that also works. That's probably better than risking not drawing a coin. How was 9 points max? He can't farm then something into province. He didn't have a gold anymore. Whoa, what happened here? Declined. Oh, I guess new client version. Anyway, that's it, right? That's a 4-2 for nasmith. Yep, 4-2 for nasmith. So it puts him in a good position to, at the very least, not the mode. He's still not gonna promote. Promote. Go into the championship most likely, but it's not in a good spot to at least defend his A spot. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you next time.